Hello everyone.
Hello everyone.
We're Slow Starters. I'm Tatsu
And Yuta.
So, this episode is a bit different from my usual one. We're calling it side trip.
Side trip.
Yeah. So we're taking
Have we done a side trip for
in English? I don't think so. Yeah, I think it's the first time for us to do the side trip.
Got it.
Episode. Yeah.
What
when it comes to the
exciting.
English episode,
Yes.
So basically, what we do today is was taking a break from our usual episode, which we always set the theme before we film the podcast, and what we do is basically just do a chit chat.
Yeah. No script.
No script, just talk freely. That's the main purpose of this episode, the side trip.
What kind of things we talk about?
So basically, we're updating our life.
Listen to what happened.
We'll listen to what happened recently, and it's more like a super casual, personal
Got it.
thing.
Easy.
So how's life?
So easy.
So you told me like you've been traveling a lot of different places.
Yes. So
And then you're going to France tomorrow?
tomorrow.
Yeah.
So in April, I went to Miami.
Yeah.
For a week for the FIFA program.
Mm.
So it's agent things.
Yeah.
And then May, I went to Zurich in Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Yeah. And then I just came back from Okinawa,
Mm.
right? And I'm going to Paris tomorrow.
Yeah. For
Right.
about like a week.
Yes, for the FIFA program as well.
Is that a final one?
Final one, yeah. I'm graduating.
Oh.
Anyway,
Yeah. Congrats.
thank you. Anyway,
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of share a kind of small story.
Yeah.
So I went to Zurich,
Mm.
in May.
Yeah.
And then that was like for a week trip.
Mm-hmm.
So I took indirect flight
Yeah.
from Tokyo to Hong Kong, and then from Hong Kong to Zurich.
Mm.
And then to come back, also I had to stop, for the layover like 8 hours.
Yeah.
Around 8 hours in Hong Kong.
Mm.
So I thought maybe I can do something. I can maybe visit the city,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I was, a day before going to Switzerland, I was watching on YouTube, and then just I came up just found some creator. Her name is Kate,
Mhm.
Kate Hu.
Mm.
She's Chinese. She's from mainland China, and she's living in Hong Kong,
Mm.
right? And she's a stand-up comedian.
Mm.
And then her content was basically, why I quit 200K,
Mm.
dollars job. So she was making lots of money as a, I don't know, working for finance, VC or something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But then I thought maybe it's good to kind of reach out.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
Yeah.
She is a stand-up comedian.
Mm.
We know stand-up comedian Mesida,
Yeah.
and she's pursuing, her dream. So I sent a DM to her, and then I said, it's really crazy. I know it's crazy to say this, but I'm, I like your content, and I'm interested in your content or your journey. If we could meet, in Hong Kong, because I'm going to Hong Kong for layover, like 8 hours. And she said, yeah, sure, we can meet. So I met, and then I think if I sent just a DM from my account, probably she wouldn't, accept it.
Yeah.
But I sent also, Slow Starters podcast link.
Yeah.
So I think she checked it, and then she accepted it. So what I want to say is basically, we can, just creating the contents and then, publishing things. Sometimes it will help, to connect with new people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What kind of person is she?
she was very, she's funny.
Yeah.
She's bold, and then her story was basically she was working for the finance job, and then one day she, how can I say, she found out she might have the cancer, and she went to hospital, and she was waiting for the result for a week. At that time she thought, maybe I'm cancer, because she was searching on Google, and then pretty much Google is saying, you're cancer, blah blah blah. So but it turned out she didn't have the cancer.
Yeah.
But she was disappointed because she thought she can quit job.
Yeah.
And then she realized, holy crap, I really, don't like the job. So maybe I have to do something. So she started to see the counselor, and then, decided to pursue her comedy,
She always wanted to do the comedy.
She didn't know at the time, but she found out through this counseling. And then her counselor told her, why not you pursue, comedy as a job, as a professional career. And she was like, I'm making a lot of money, comedy, you cannot make money, blah, blah, blah. But she, anyway, tried. Open mic, performance. And she did 3 times, open mic. And then she realized this is really good, and then she wants to do it.
She found her calling.
And she said she knows Meshida, our first guest.
That's a small world.
So I said, why not we try to organize comedy show in Japan? When she comes, we can organize, or she can be even the guest for our podcast show. So I kind of again realized, we can approach people, we can reach out, we can tell our story, and we can share the story, and we can create the content together. And then it's such a beautiful things. And then and I think this world is really small. Just random person I saw on YouTube, you can meet by reaching out, and then turned out she knows Meshida, and we have same kind of intention or goal to be the creator. And now we can work together. That's amazing, no?
I mean, it's beautiful. You can basically be connected with the person after, like, one text after, right?
Exactly. That's crazy.
That's like, it always feel like the world's such a small place.
Because of this SNS or digital things, internet. Now you can meet, you can reach out. This is a common thing, and we know it. Right? But actually, not many people are doing it. And also, probably just reaching out wouldn't make it possible. What made it possible was basically we were the one posting on posting contents on the internet. We are trying to send a message. We try to be the creator who can send a positive message. Basically slow starters. You can start anything at any stage of your life, right? So then, like, the person who got the message through internet or SNS, she was basically probably judging our content, whatever. So what I want to say is, it's also important to be present,
taking initiative. And then be more proactive.
So that's why I thought this, like, over a year we are doing this podcast. Actually, we are piling up things, the value.
It's true,
right? So I thought, okay, I think we are going in the right direction. That's what I felt, and I wanted to share with you.
You actually shared the what Kate produces on social media, and I watched some of the videos of her doing the stand-up comedy. Quite I would say dry humor.
Yeah.
It's very British style.
Yeah.
Very sarcastic.
Yeah. But from
It's quite
Asian
funny.
point of view.
It's very quite funny.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of excited to see her and just
Yeah.
talk to her in person.
Yeah. So
in the future.
I told Meshida
Yeah.
about her,
Yeah.
and he started to follow her, and he didn't know about the Kate, but Meshida was basically saying,
Yeah.
oh, she's so funny, and I will reach out her, and then maybe we can collaborate.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's like sharing the community, you know?
True.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then like you create one new connections and you expand it and you basically give good influence on other people.
Yeah.
And then the community grows.
Yeah.
Which is like something that we always say, creating a community.
Yeah.
So it'll be really exciting if we can have the event like where we can enjoy the open mic.
Yeah.
And of course inviting Meshida and Kate and maybe few other comedians and stuff, and that will create a lot of good connections as well. No,
we are making tomorrow future, you know.
That's true.
Together.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So in the content, the video, she also mentioned that she did fear setting exercise.
Yeah.
This concept
Fear
was
setting,
this concept was introduced by Tim Ferriss, one of the million podcasters, million I don't know subscribers.
Yeah,
and I like him too. So I asked her, do you have any interesting author or creator or business leader that I can follow? And then she introduced me Dan Cole. I think he is American or Canadian, I forgot. But what basically he's doing is he's kind of talking about the importance of writing. Writing makes your thinking very sharp.
Okay.
And creative writing and so on. Anyway, so he introduces like quote by writing, just writing. When you go to his Instagram account, there's writing.
Interesting.
Very powerful writing. And then also he's a content creator. So he, I think, started his service, AI agent service, that basically, powered your content by AI, meaning you can, how can I say, brush up your writing or strategy as a marketer or content creator. So I use that. It's amazing. Like, at the beginning, you kind of do some conversation with the AI. Ask some, questions. Who you are, what is your story, who you want to target, what is your message. Basic, marketing, probably questions. And then basically the AI, gives you the output of the marketing strategy and content strategy. And then quality is phenomenal, amazing. I'm a marketer, at the big company, you do this kind of work like over a couple of weeks with other marketing members who are good at, copyright or, creative strategy and so on. So I started to use it and it's amazing, just amazing. So it's also nice. You just, met Kate. Not only like sharing this content, the things or community things, but at the same time like sharing wisdom. I got this, information or the person from her. And if I didn't reach out, if I didn't have this show, probably it's not existing. Or I wouldn't get this information. So I just felt the world is small, and then I really want to connect with more people and get wisdom, share the experience, value. Yeah, that's what I felt.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's always nice to have like a common interest, especially like your favorite author, and then her favorite author is also the same person, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ask these kind of question to somebody who is really interesting in person? If you find.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I actually talked to recently. I've talked to Konami, our previous guest, and she is inspired by a lot of different people, and she has her own mentor. Sorry, she has her own mentor.
Yeah.
And she told me about the 1,000-step thing. If the goal is 1,000 steps away, you what you have to do is take one step 1,000 times, and you reach the goal. Yeah, that's a beautiful, very inspirational
concept.
and practical concept. And I actually keep thinking about it the whole time. Whenever I feel a little like I face the challenges.
Yeah.
It's nice. And she also mentioned something very inspirational the other day, quite recently, that there are the things that you can control, and there's the things you cannot control.
Yeah.
But within the things you cannot control, there's the things you can control and then you cannot control. So let's say you love smoking cigarettes, right? But you want to quit because it's that's gonna be bad for your health, right? And you always battling. You're always battling, if I want to quit, but I won't smoke because smoking is making me happy and stuff like that, right? So basically, quitting smoking is a choice.
Yeah.
But if your default mindset is negative, negative as in I cannot quit, that's not the option.
Yeah.
Then you always often quitting smoking is not an option.
Yeah.
So it's about how your mindset, default of your mindset is. Is it positive? Is it always obsessed with the negativity? Right?
Yeah.
My mindset tends to be very negative in a way.
Yeah.
I can get stuck in one place.
Yeah.
It's hard to let things go. Let's say heartbreaking thing, heartbreak, depression, or sadness, loneliness. I ease it because I don't even have to try. It's easy, right? But if you understand that you have two choices in the things that you thought you cannot control, there's a new potential. Maybe you can control it.
Yeah.
Right? So that actually gives me a lot of hope in a way.
Yeah.
You know what? I can give, I used to give up on things because I thought it's impossible.
Yeah.
But there's always a way to make it happen.
Yeah.
Right? So that was quite inspiring. And I don't have a lot of friends who share what we read.
Yeah.
Well, we have
I do.
read. You do, except I don't have a lot. Well, you're one of the few.
No. I do. I share with you.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. And so it's very inspiring to have friends like that too. At the same time, I mean, it's easy to talk about. It's easy to talk about food.
Yeah. Or
travel, or how busy you are,
health, and
how tired you are.
But you don't talk about, people don't talk about what's inside.
Yeah.
In the mind.
Yeah.
How you went through, what is the process.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
And then sharing this wisdom, or some creators or author, that's kind of sharing your process.
Yeah.
The journey, right?
Yeah.
So it's not easy, but by opening up, you can actually make it bigger in terms of your thinking. The word, whatever we say.
Yeah. I actually thought I have a partner in London, and we talk a lot about our mental health quite openly.
That's important for you too. So
Yeah, I mean,
important topic for you.
she creates the environment where I don't have to be scared of sharing my vulnerability.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it was nice. She also reads a lot of book as well.
Yeah.
For my birthday present, she gave me the book, and I'm reading it right now. And we were talking about like, oh, let's have a date about reflecting on what we learned from the book and stuff, which I never actually done it.
That's good.
So I'm quite excited to do that. But that's not something I was expecting to do last year.
Yeah.
So it's a great discovery, and you don't really know what's gonna happen next year. So that's good. That's a great.
Nice to share the books.
It's
sure.
always
Not only partners but also friends. You know?
Friends.
Sometimes
family,
I buy the book for my friend's birthday. And, same, and it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually one of the best birthday gifts I ever received.
Yeah.
Well, it's also
it
also a sign that like, oh, I have to grow too.
Yeah.
I can't just like stay in the same place for a long time. But I am glad, I think I've told you, like I've talked about this in a couple of episodes ago, but I felt like I was in the dark for a long time, for the past few years, and of course there's always like there are a couple of good things happen like during the time, and I'm very privileged about it too, but overall, like there were a lot of time for me to be in the dark, right? But I wouldn't say it was entirely a bad thing. Because of that, now I can appreciate small things. And when we always say, when you're extremely busy or preoccupied with things, like it's always nice to have some room in our mind, and then act like we have room. We have plenty of room in our mind, and then it becomes like that too, right? So when you were in Okinawa last week, well, until like yesterday, right?
Yesterday,
So I was in Hokkaido. It's like basically like opposite side.
You're north and south.
And then I was one of the project making a promotional video for Hokkaido University, which is like one of the very prestigious national universities in Japan, right? And then the campus, I went from Hakodate, which is like a down south of Hokkaido, and then went up to the middle, and then went up to the north. Right. Well, still Sapporo is still in the middle, but Hokkaido is huge. And then 7 full days we were filming. All day long. It's quite tiring.
And their campus is so beautiful. They have the forest
phenomenal,
in the campus.
Phenomenal.
And even like Tokyo Marathon course was, the campus was...
It was one of the coasts, one of the coasts.
Yeah,
it's so beautiful. So Sapporo is relatively a bigger city in Japan, and but then like in Sapporo campus, the Hokkaido University Sapporo campus is just like it's the forest. So beautiful. And then this time of the season, the greenery is absolutely stunning. I was
no
like,
snow now.
Yeah, it was just like
in the winter it's quite snowing.
Snowing, and it's quite different too. Because I also went to Sapporo Hokkaido University to film in February. It was like a -10.
Oh man,
it was freezing cold, right? Freaking cold. But this time it was about like 20 degrees Celsius and 22, 23. It was just it was stunning. But I was busy. I was in charge of like directing and also filming. Interviewing like 20 people, students, and then 5 main characters, students. But I got inspired by them too, because they were just like, they know what they want to do in their life, right? So by seeing them, by talking to them, I was just like, what if I go back to university now? It's more like a master degree, so like it's like a little older than the undergrad. But what if I have that kind of mindset when I was in undergrad? Then I realized, you know what? It's never too late.
Why not?
It's never too late to be ambitious. because the
To
theme
be
of
runner.
yeah. Also, like the theme. It's funny because it's the theme of the university is boys be
Yeah.
ambitious, right?
Yeah.
William Clark was the one of the
Yeah.
founders of the university, like back in like 18 something
Yeah.
or longer than that. Sorry about the that's misinformation, but it's never too late to be ambitious
Yeah.
about your life. With that, I have to continue my journey
Yeah.
like this because I feel like I learned so many things since past few years ago, and it was good. It became like really meaningful. All
Yeah.
the things that I learned. So if you have the right mindset, you can definitely reach to the place where you want to go.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just keep trying. I know, it's tough, it's challenging,
Yeah.
but think about, like, always remember, you have to take a step forward
Yeah.
for 1,000 times.
1,000
times, yeah. Maybe
Eh,
2,000 times.
Anybody can, take one step
Yeah.
forward,
Yeah.
but just continue to do that
Yeah.
for 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I shared this story in Japanese side trip.
Mm-hmm.
So when I used to do the track and field long
Yeah.
distance,
Yeah, long distance.
right? And at the junior high school, I improved my personal best a lot.
Yeah.
A lot suddenly. I had already basic, I think, functions or the skill,
Yeah.
running skill.
Yeah.
But I was not that first.
Mm.
But then I don't know, couple of weeks,
Mm.
I grew as a runner.
Mhm.
I improved my personal best a lot. The reason why I could improve was basically I reached out the conclusion. Basically, in order to run first, you need to keep your breath calm. It sounds like stupid or sounds like basic,
Yeah.
so basic.
Mm.
But when you run, let's say 3 kilometers, 5
Yeah.
kilometers, whatever. At the end of the 5 kilometers, your breath is out of control, and you try to keep it down,
Yeah.
keep it calm,
Yeah.
but it never
Mm.
get back.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot, how can I say, fix it,
Yeah.
the pattern,
Mm.
because once you hit that bar, you always like this, right? You cannot, go back. But you can control your breath, maybe 1 step or 2 steps.
Yeah.
10 meter, 50 meter. Nobody is out of the control.
Yeah.
The breath is out of the control
Mm.
within, let's say, 100 meter or even maybe 1 kilometer.
Yeah.
So what you have to do is just try to keep it from the beginning until, let's say, 10 steps,
Mm.
100 steps.
Mm.
That becomes, I don't know, 1 kilometer
Mm.
or 2 kilometer. And then with that conscious,
Yeah.
when you reach 2 kilometers
Mm.
or 3 kilometers, the breath pattern is totally different.
I see.
So it's you have to, have the consistency. Once you lose the
Yeah.
consistency, you cannot go back. So always focus on one step.
One step. Yeah, it's really important.
And that inspiration, I think, came back by listening to what Konami was saying.
Yeah.
So I think we have to control when we can control, and then continue to do it.
Yeah.
That's the way how you control or how you quit the smoking,
That's true. Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's a really important thing. I mean, at the end of the day, you're the only one who can save yourself.
Yeah.
Right? You're the only one who can just help yourself move to the next step.
Yeah.
Of course, we tend to be kind of dependent on other people.
Yeah.
But what I like about you is that your motto, your personal motto,
Yeah.
is that whatever happens, whatever the, let's say, challenging thing happen or
Yeah.
difficulty happens to
Yeah.
you, you will never ever put the blame on other person, other people, because that's also your part of your responsibility as well. So your case is more like you fix problems on your end, and then you show like the direction to other people, so that the other people around you will also realize that, okay, this is the direction we want to go. And one thing I realized is that in the end, we all have our ideal self. This is the person I wanted to become. And it's easy to talk about like what kind of like a person you want to be, right? But then it's really, really difficult to be like that. And then in the way, when that hard thing happens, like you always put the blame on other people, other people. Why you can't do that? Let's say love life. Like you complain about your partner. Because partner is A and B and so and so. But you know what? I just recently realized that just be a person that you want your partner to be. Right? So that I can always be my best version of myself. I can be authentic. And if it doesn't work out, it's not gonna work out anyway. So it's easy to complain. It's easy to put the blame on other people. But you know what? It's part of your responsibility.
You need to have extreme ownership.
Taking initiative the whole time. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's meant to be, right? So that actually gives me a lot of good positive influences. Because I wouldn't say 100%. I do not like put it's not like I don't have any complaints to other people. I do sometimes, but I stop being obsessed with it. You know what? Like, it's good. My fault too. So
nice.
That's a great changes. One of the great changes. But I have to keep improving. That's one thing. Step by step.
Step by step.
Step by step.
No feeling is final.
No feeling is final. That's my life motto. For sure.
No feeling is final.
So this is the Yorimichi, our side trip episode. We did not decide what we talk about. We don't make any new script. We just talk whatever we want to. But hopefully you enjoyed this episode as well, and
we will continue to do it.
We're also we also want to say thank you for coming to our third event, the Asakatsu
that was
event.
Amazing.
That was like 20 people, around 20 people came. It was the yoga event, and the whole different crowd. But we definitely did enjoy it, and
meeting new people,
creating new connections and stuff. Also really highly grateful for Konami to become an instructor for the event, and it was a great success.
Some people even saw Instagram threads at the day before the event,
and they came all the way from far
Saitama prefecture.
So
it's amazing.
We are very grateful for that, and we're thinking about doing that again. Not probably a yoga event next time, but we are also thinking about creating many different kinds of events as well.
Let's go.
Like a open mic.
The
open mic. Comedy.
Morning open
morning
mic.
Laugh. Asawara event. That's good, right?
Asawara おもろいね。
So 朝を笑うものは一日、そう、朝を笑うものは、sorry, it's all in Japanese, but so we're quite excited about like what we can do, what we can offer. Let's get connected, and please stay tuned, and we'll see you in a few weeks.
See you in a few weeks.
Let's
go.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Slow starters.